It is Monday, the 11th of November, and I am getting ready for tomorrow's podcast. Part of it's already done. As I mentioned a few days ago, I did the interview. I can just say it now because by the point that this vlog has gone up, that interview will be up. I did it with two birds with one game. Relatively smaller YouTube channel. I mean, I'm a small YouTube channel. We're probably in the same bracket, for lack of a better term, similar size channels. But it was a great interview. I had a great time with them, and I'm eager to one, expose more people to their content because I think they do a very good job. They put a lot of effort into their work, and it's difficult to do, working a full-time job alongside doing a Let's Play channel. Believe me, I would know. But as I was, getting that set up, because obviously I have not recorded the bulk of the podcast. I only have that interview recorded, and then tomorrow, once all the headlines for the week are all compiled, I'm going to do that broadcast and bring it all together and then edit it in. But as I was kind of reviewing our interview and just segmenting it out how I want to put it in the podcast, something stuck out to me. And it's funny because it's something that I've heard a number of times. We were talking about the state of YouTube gaming, or gaming on YouTube, specifically like Let's Plays and stuff like that. And one of the things that was mentioned was that they thought that if I would have started doing this 10 years ago, my style's perfect for that, and I would have essentially, I don't remember exactly how it was put, but would have done very well. And I've been told that many times. And I get it, it's a compliment, and I do appreciate it, right? No one says that meaning anything less than you're doing a great job, you just may be late to the party. And I get that, and I understand. Really, I set out to do this whole thing just because I enjoy it, and I do continue to do it every single day with every pretty much minute of my free time because I enjoy it. But there is still some part of me that is consistently longing for, quote unquote, more success. I guess that's what we all want, right? With any endeavor that we undertake, whether that's a hobby, your career, or just, the ability to get up out of bed at a decent time in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. It's a compliment, and I'm appreciative of that. But I don't know. Because I don't want to change what I'm doing to better fit what's most popular on YouTube, right? That's not who I am. I know what's most popular on YouTube, but that's not necessarily the content that I want to make. Nor is it really, in my opinion, the most entertaining of content. A lot of it is, in my opinion, low effort, but that's neither here nor there. Because it's not necessarily low effort from a production value point. There's a lot of money that goes into a lot of these things, but I don't know, that's a whole different conversation that I am not qualified really to touch on. What I am qualified to touch on is what I'm doing, and that is continuing to have a good time, because I think that's the most important. That's all we can do. We can get hung up on what we think success should look like, or what our creation should be received as, and I am lucky, truly I am. The fact that you're watching this makes me lucky at all. The fact that anything I've produced gets watched makes me lucky. So thank you. I'm glad you enjoy it. But those interviews, those two interviewees, I suppose, that I just had that I'm talking about, are also not the only interviews I have lined up. So I'm curious to get other people's takes on that sort of thing. Not necessarily me specifically, but the state of YouTube going forward. Because one of the creators I have scheduled to appear on the podcast, I don't actually even know when we're gonna get it on there. It might be next month. It might actually be January. But this creator is a large creator, we'll say. Their channel size is over 10 times mine, over 20, over 30, close to 40 times the size of my channels. Yeah, they're pretty large, and I'm very excited to get an opportunity to talk with them for a few minutes, so that'll be cool. And then another interview I have with a band who covers video game music that is growing right now, and I'm also very excited. So I'm just excited. The podcast, I guess, was the general theme of this, and I sort of cause it to devolve into my whole Monday blues things that I tend to experience, and I overthink what I'm doing and worry if I'm doing well enough. But I am. We all are. We're doing the best we can. We're having a good time, and those are the two most important things. So as long as we can hold ourselves true to that, everything else will fall into place. Everything will be fine. So I hope that's your case. I hope you are being kind to yourself. I hope you're having a good time and doing the best you can. Because like I said, that's all we can ask for. So thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it and hope that you enjoyed yourself. And I hope you watch the podcast or listen to it or however you receive them. And hope that I see you tomorrow.